Since filming my last garden walk with you guys, about a week ago now, I have had a few interesting things happen in the garden, so I thought I would do a super quick follow-up video just to show you a couple of things that have happened. G'day there, it's Rachel here from Bush Edge Homesteading Australia, and it's another very wet day up here in the Dandenong Ranges. And I thought what I'd do is give you a very quick look at a couple of things that have happened around the garden since I filmed that last kind of icy garden walk where I took you around and showed you quite a few of the things going on in the garden. But today I just want to show you a couple of things that have changed in the last week, because we have had a lot of days that have kind of followed on since then where it was just back to back below freezing, and that really has had an impact on a few of the plants in the garden that I showed you. Probably one of the main ones is these bananas. You're saying hello, Cooper. Hello, Cooper. So the bananas, as you can see here, are not looking too good at the moment. They have browned off quite a lot. Thankfully, kind of the middles are not looking too bad, so I think they will be okay and come back. But as you can see, they are a lot browner, and that happened in the days kind of following that video that I made, where you could see they'd kind of started yellowing and were looking a bit affected. But yeah, we had, again, those back-to-backs under zero, and they just started getting really brown and now kind of look like this. But one of the really interesting things about it is that as I move along this area, they do kind of have different levels of effect. So these ones here right at the start, so this one here and the next one along, these ones have copped it the absolute worst. In fact, yeah, you can see this one here, again, is looking really sad. But again, in the middle, it still has the green. These two here are exposed pretty much straight to the sky. So there's no cover for these whatsoever. And they're the ones that are most affected. As I move along further, these ones here start looking a little bit better. You can see that one there, it's a bit more green to the plant. And then as I move along, this one looks even better again. And the next one looks even better again, and the following one. These ones here are actually protected by the elderflowers. So if we look up here, you can see there's a bit of a canopy of the elderflowers that goes over the top of these bananas. And it seems like they've provided a bit of protection for the frost. And yeah, I just thought that was something really cool to observe, just the difference in the way that they've performed, depending on whether they were exposed to the sky or whether they were protected by these elderflowers. Now, there is one other spot I want to show you as well, where our other bananas have done pretty well. And that's this little spot around the corner here. So this one here is our bananas that are kind of near our north wall. So we've got a lot of the utilities and stuff here. And we've actually moved it a little bit further away from the wall. So they haven't done as well as they always do. But I find being on this side where the north wall is, they do get afforded a bit of a better level of protection. So these ones here, you know, they don't have anything over top protecting them. But just being in this area where it is a little bit more sheltered, where you get that bit more warmth radiating kind of on the northern wall, they definitely seem to do a little bit better here. So this pot, actually let me back up a little bit more. This pot here is kind of the original ones that we had, where these were gifted, well, it was one plant that was gifted probably about a decade ago now. It was put in this pot then, and ever since then it's kind of thrown up pups. That's what we've planted out over here in our garden area. All the pups from this one here, where I've kind of pulled it all out of the pot and kind of transplanted. But yeah, they've done really well here, aside from the fact that we've never actually got a banana. So yeah, we probably don't have enough space and nutrition, I would imagine, in this pot, despite it being a nice big pot. But yeah, it's always been quite a nice feature in the garden. You really want me to throw that, don't you, Coops? Come on, go get it. So that's the bananas. There's two other things I want to show you super quick. That's the potatoes and also the celery. And of course, on that note, it's gonna start raining on me. Hopefully I can get down and show you these quickly before it does get too bad. But all right, here we go. So here is our potatoes. And as you can see, they are not looking very happy at the moment. They really did get affected by those back-to-back nights of frost, and the leaves on those, they pretty much like melted off. So they're looking pretty ordinary at the moment, but in spring they'll come back, they'll be fine. And then lastly, if we move around here, keep on going. Oh, here comes the rain. Here's those celery that I showed you guys. So there's one. And over here is our other one. And they were the ones that I was a bit worried that I'd have to pick all of those and kind of dehydrate them, because they were looking pretty sad after that frost. But they've all perked up nicely, even the little ones in the garden like this one here. So they did do okay, and that's really good, because it's really good at this time of the year when it's wet and cold to come down, pick a bunch of celery and use that in a lot of the soups and stews and things like that. Well, on that note, I am going to go and escape this rain, because it is getting a bit nastier out here at the moment, although not icy today, so that is a wonderful thing. I'm going to take my coffee, head inside, and as always guys, thanks a bunch for joining, and catch you later.